Hi, you guys. Welcome to Too Ugly for TV News with your broadcast host, Miss Gloria. We got a very heartbreaking story to deliver here tonight in Atlanta, Georgia. Um, you're happy that it's resolved, but very heartbreaking story. What we have here is a cold case that's been solved nearly 20 years. The police have been trying to solve this Pacific cold case here in Georgia, and finally, the mother from New York City has some resolution, though heartbreaking, that the suspect is now being held in the Fulton County Jail without bail. Um, the story comes compliments and credit to WSB TV News Atlanta. So yeah, definitely you guys follow this very heartbreaking story here. Just like I said, um, just very heartbreaking, but I know the mother is very glad to have some type of closure. I mean, she thought that for 20 years, actually, she had traced her daughter back to this specific location in Georgia, thinking that her daughter was still alive. You guys, when you hear this story, oh my goodness, just another breaking TV news story coming to you guys straight from Atlanta, Georgia. And if you're just joining, you're listening to Too Ugly for TV News with your broadcast host, Miss Gloria.
A young woman missing nearly 20 years.
I thought she was alive all this time.
Identified as a body found in 2007.
She was found in these burning bags with no head, no hands, no feet.
Her alleged killer accused of stealing her identity and living as her for years. Law enforcement facing obstacles making an arrest.
You had a body in one jurisdiction and the possible homicide in another.
How her mother's dedication aided in the investigation and arrest. Now on Channel 2 Action News at 5.
It's a cold case that captured national headlines. A woman accused of murdering, dismembering, and then dumping her girlfriend's body nearly 2 decades ago and then stealing her identity.
And that is what happened with Nicole Austin, and her foster mother actually searched for her daughter for years, but never imagined she was dead. She's talking exclusively to Channel 2 Action News about her heartbreak and her search for justice.
She wouldn't hit a fly. She's too bubbly.
Sylvia Austin is talking about her...
When my hair started thinning, I wanted to attack the problem head on.
All right, you guys, let's get you right back to more.
Foster daughter Nicole Austin, who disappeared at the age of 24.
The last time I spoke to her, she said, "Mommy, I want to come home." She said, "This girl is fighting me. She's beating me, and I fought back."
This girl, according to Austin, is Angel Marie Thompson.
She moved down to Georgia with Angel.
So they were roommates, and do you think they had a relationship?
From my understanding, they had a relationship. They had a relationship that started back in New York.
For 16 years, Austin never stopped trying to make contact with Nicole, tracking her from Palmetto to Sandy Springs.
She was still receiving money from the Social Security Administration, and she was getting Section 8 housing, and she was making loans, she was buying cars, she was doing all these things.
Clay Bryant is a cold case investigator for the Troup County Sheriff's Office. In 2007, his office investigated a dismembered body dumped in a smoldering garbage bag. While Sylvia searched for Nicole, Bryant searched for answers about the body.
When you see what people are capable of doing to each other, like I said, I thought I'd seen everything till I saw this one. Yeah. It's beyond the pale.
In 2024, that body was identified as Nicole Austin after one of her biological siblings entered DNA on Ancestry.com that matched samples Bryant received in 2015.
I thought she was alive all this time.
The car purchases, Social Security money, and Section 8 housing, all bought and received by Angel Marie Thompson, who lived as Austin for over a decade.
She was chosen because she had learning disabilities. She was dyslexic and she was legally blind.
Investigators say Thompson used Alston's identity to steal more than $100,000.
I think it's probably one of the worst I've ever seen. When you talk about somebody being chopped into 13 pieces, her head, her hands, her feet, still missing, but still in 13 pieces.
Shomack McCullum is a crime scene investigator in Hapeville. She says charging Thompson was not easy.
There was a couple of issues. One was, whose jurisdiction was it? You had a body in one jurisdiction and the possible homicide in another. So there had to be some things worked out to see who was going to take lead.
Finally, 17 years later, Thompson is now in the Fulton County Jail, charged with murder and identity theft fraud.
My daughter didn't deserve that. No one deserved that.
So really powerful stuff they're talking about. Mother, you mentioned some charges, but there could be others.
There could be more charges. I've talked to folks in the district attorney's office, and there's a possibility there was some sex trafficking there as well. So investigators want to know, if you know who she is, please contact them. They want to know if there are any victims of this woman.
Karen Greer with another Cold Case Special. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, WSB TV News, for getting us that story. So you guys, like I said, very heartbreaking story. You're here with Too Ugly for TV News with your broadcast host, Miss Gloria. I'm just speechless, but I can't be speechless as your host, so let's dig right in. I feel like if a decade ago, and you would have to see them, they're kind of young, 31-ish, 32-ish, and she's been doing this for a decade. This started out in your early 20s. Stud. I'm thinking they need to look at her past crimes. That there's a reason at such a young age that you felt a need to assume this young lady's identity. There's definitely something in her past. You see what I'm saying, you guys? So I would take a look at that. Jurisdiction-wise, Atlanta is broken up in a way that it can be difficult. Should it have taken 17 years to decide that Fulton County should prosecute? I'm not here to speculate on that. But I will say I just want to send my condolences to the foster mother for never giving up, for not being the biological mother, because I can relate as a foster child, and just never giving up and just thinking that she was alive. You may have been talking to her and getting the runaround for a decade, only to find that her lesbian lover had assumed her identity. And just for reporting purposes, this is a African American couple, you guys. So very tragic story here. Just glad it came with closure, but not in this way. And I don't want to be opinionated on my news program at all. I just don't want to be opinionated, so I'll leave that there. But yeah, you guys, so definitely, thanks for joining me. Definitely heartbreaking story here. Reporting live from Atlanta for Too Ugly for TV News with your broadcast host, Miss Gloria. And the news clip was brought to you by WSB TV News. Join me again next time, you guys. Breaking story, 20-year cold case solved. Suspect currently being held in the Fulton County Jail without bail under homicide, identity theft, fraud and possible sex trafficking. And I would suggest that me just listening to the story, that the police definitely check into her past, because to want to assume someone's identity at such a young age, you have to have something in your past. It could be another murder. It could be another, I just think that they need to check somewhere. And so, again, join me next time. Like, share, subscribe. The thumbs up encourages me to keep bringing y'all these breaking news stories in Atlanta. And thank you for joining, you guys. Come again next time. Too Ugly for TV News, your broadcast host, Miss Gloria.